Okay, people, this week we're going to be getting smoky with the Ardbeg. All right, so check this out. This is going to be my first video of 2023. Hope everyone had a good holiday season. Hope everyone's starting off the new year winning. New year, new thing. Time to take a little detour on the whiskey journey. Man, I just realized I started making these videos probably about 3 years ago, maybe a little bit more than that. And man, from Jim Beam white label, bottom level stuff, getting past the 100 proof, moving on to barrel proof whiskeys, then getting into Scotch, which kind of glad I did that because bourbon game started getting really crazy. So had a lot of Highland Speysides, more fruity kind of scotches, and I figured now is the best time to go ahead and get into the smoky stuff. So for this week, I'm going to be doing a vertical of Ardbeg. This is the Ardbeg 10, Ardbeg Anno, and the wee Beastie. The way that I'm going to do these is I'm going to start off from lowest proof to highest proof, and I'll kind of let you know how they go. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Ardbeg 10, the classic, 92 proof. From what I can see here, it looks like they use ex-bourbon barrels to age this for a minimum of 10 years. Let's go ahead and check it out. Yeah, on the nose, campfire smoke, definitely. I remember back when I did that whiskey sampler, it was a Scotch sampler pack, and I think the Lagavulin 8 was in there. This kind of reminds me of that off the nose. All right, that's all I got. Let's go ahead and go in for the taste. Okay, so with the 10, very light color, very light color. So you could tell these are probably not first fill ex-bourbon casks. These have probably been used a couple times. Got a little bit of legs on here. The mouthfeel is pretty watery. Not getting a lot on the mouthfeel. Goes down pretty easy. Just campfire. Maybe like smoked meats. But overall, very pleasant for a 92 proof spirit. Definitely something different. This is something that I'd probably want to have if I had like some seafood, maybe, some scallops or something, some oysters or something. I think it will go good with that because you kind of get like the smoky part of it. I like it. So far, so good. Coming up next with the Ardbeg Anno. So this is a non-age stated, but it does say that this is a blend of Scotch that has been finished in European oak, sherry barrels, and ex-bourbon barrels. The Ardbeg 10, they just use oak barrels. With this one, they use a mixture of sherry, European oak, and ex-bourbon barrels. This is coming in at 93.2 proof, so just a little bit more bump here. Okay, taking a look at the color, this one has a little bit more color than the 10. Not age stated, but maybe what came from those sherry barrels is giving a little bit of the color. The nose on this one is more along the line of like smoked meat. The 10 is like a vegetal kind of campfire smoke. This is more like maybe you had a ham or something, or some bacon or something, kind of. More hearty if you get the feel for it. Let's go ahead and see what it tastes like. So this one is different than the first one to me in the sense that it kind of is more vibrant. It's hard to explain. Goes down pretty quick, but the finish on this is lingering even more. I kind of think that I like this one better than the 10. It says this is non-chill filtered. So maybe that's why you get a little bit more of that lingering. Overall, it's still watery, but this one is just a tad bit up. 10 is 92 proof. This is 93.2. So not that big of a difference, but this one I could tell is a little bit more vibrant, and maybe that's just because it's a little bit younger. It's not age stated. Kind of felt the same way when I had the Lagavulin 8. I felt like, it's just fresher or something. Something about, that newer, younger spirit is just a little bit more feisty. So that's where I would put this at. Okay, and last but not least, coming in with the Ardbeg wee Beastie, age stated, 5 years, non-chill filtered, 94 proof, and this is a mixture of both bourbon and sherry casks. 5 years. Let's go ahead and see what we got. So this one is very light. So going back to the second one, the Ano, which is a blend that includes sherry barrels, it pretty much confirms what I was thinking, that the sherry barrels give it the color. This one doesn't have that and it's light. 5 years. Let's see what we got on the nose. So interesting. This one here has what I think is a better nose out of the three. Whereas the first two, it had that peat smoke on the nose. This, I'm getting more fruit on the nose. Yeah, I'm getting like pears, kind of apples. I'm not getting a lot of smoke on this nose at all. And this is the youngest one. Okay, let's go ahead and see what it tastes like. So this one here, I kind of think I like the most out of all three. It's a little bit more rough around the edges, but the taste on here, it's not really smoky. It's actually the least smokiest out of the three. It's a lot more vibrant, like the Youth Punch, but this one is actually good. And I don't know if it's because it's just a higher proof or something that kind of makes some of those flavors come out, but yeah, out of those three, this is probably the best one. All three of these have a very, very fast finish. You know, they're not high proof and the taste lingers in your mouth. But with this, you at least get the fruit. Kind of reminds me of like, maybe like a Four Roses rye kind of deal. Because a lot of times with Four Roses bourbon, I get a lot of that fruit and stuff, but the peat is here. The peat is here, but it's not the star of the show like it is on the first two. Pretty good. Okay, so wrapping up today, I tried a vertical of Ardbeg. Ardbeg, LVMH company. That's Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy. This is one of their brands. We had the 10. We had the Ano, and we had the Wee Beastie 5 year. For me, I actually like the Wee Beastie the most out of these three here because I think I tasted more of a range of flavors with just a little bit of smoke. Whereas the 10 was a classic, like, smoky campfire smoke. The Ano was more smoky meat, kind of. Like if you were having a piece of bacon or something, you wash it down with. But this, to me, is more like fruit forward, which I like. That's what I got for this week. As usual, I want to thank you guys for watching Dark Spirits. Couldn't do it without you. I'll see you on the next video. Salute.